My dear students, how are you all? I hope all of you are fine. Alhamdulillah, I am also fine. This is Ghulam Mustafa, lecturer, Department of Mathematics, Milestone College. Welcome to today's virtual class. Today I am going to discuss General Mathematics exercise 3.5, which is algebraic expression. According to our lesson plan, today's class arranged by CQ and MCQ. Let's start. Dear students, this is exercise 3.5 algebraic expressions. Firstly, I am going to solve CQ part. Here see that already I have written a question, and the question is Raisa saves taka 10,000 in bank for 5 years with 8% annual interest of stipend from her school. So by using this scheme, we have to solve these 3 questions. Now first one, and the question is resolve into factors this expression a to the power 4 plus a square plus 1. Now follow the solution A. At first write down the given expression. So we can write given, and the expression is a to the power 4 plus a square plus 1. To resolve into factors, we have to maintain or we have to follow a technique, and the technique is write down a to the power 4 as a square whole square, and then in the last term is 1, so we can write 1 as 1 square. So imagine this is a square is a and 1 is as b, so we can write a square plus 2ab, a that means a square into b, so a square plus 2ab plus b square. So this is rearranged in a formula a plus b whole square. Okay, so to balance this we have to subtract a square, because here see that a square whole square that means a to the power 4, 1 square that means 1, but 2a square into 1 that means 2a square, but in this given expression here only a square. So to balance we need subtraction of a square. Okay, now we can write these 3 terms, we can write a plus b whole square. Imagine here a is a square and b is 1. So you can write a square, that means a plus b whole square, and then minus, and the last term is a whole square. Now also here see that we can imagine in the first bracket, imagine this is a and this is b. So you can write a square minus b square, and the formula is a plus b into a minus b. So you can write a, that means a square plus 1, a plus b into a minus b, so a minus b. Also we can rearrange this as a square plus a plus 1, and then a square minus a plus 1. Okay, so this is our required solution of 2 factors. Okay, I hope everybody clear. Now next question. The question is determine the difference between simple interest and compound interest. That means at first by using this system we have to identify simple interest and compound interest. Then we can determine the difference between simple and compound interest easily. Okay, so follow the solution process for B. At first write down the given information from the scheme. So we can say that given principal 10,000 taka. So write down here given principal. Principal that means capital P equal 10,000 taka. 10,000 taka. And then number of time 5 years, given here time. Write down here time n equal to 5 years. Okay, and then annual interest rate, that means rate of interest. Rate of interest that denoted by R equals to 8%. We can write 8% as 8 divided by 100. Okay, now firstly we have to identify simple interest and then compound interest. So we know the formula of simple interest. Write down here, we know simple interest. Simple interest, the formula is I equal to P n R, where I that means simple interest and P that means principal or capital, and number of time and R rate of interest. So putting this value in here, so we can easily identify the simple interest. So or we can write I equal to P, that means total principal amount or capital 10,000 taka into number of time, that means 5 years, and then rate of interest 8 divided by 100. So by simple calculation we can get here, see that we can get 100 into 5, 508, that means 4,000 taka. 4,000 taka, this is simple interest. Now we have to identify the compound interest. Compound interest is compound profit minus principal, that is compound interest. So at first we have to identify compound profit. So we know compound profit. The formula is compound profit C equal to P into 1 plus R to the power N. R to the power N. This is the formula of compound profit. So putting the value here, so C equal to P, that means principal amount is 10,000 taka, 10,000, and then 1 plus R, that means interest rate 8 divided by 100, and to the power N, that means number of time is 5. So putting this value, now 10,000, then by using simple calculation we can get here 1,000, 100 and 108, in numerator 108 to the power 5. So by using calculator we can get here 108 divided by 100, that means 1.08 to the power 5. So 1.08 to the power means 10,000 into 1.08 to the power 8 to the power 5. So by using calculator 1.08, then whole to the power 5, the value is 1.4693281, and then by multiplication into 10,000 into 1.4693281, that is 14693.281, that is profit, compound profit. Now compound interest is compound profit minus principal is compound interest. So we have to identify compound interest. So compound interest. Compound interest, that means C minus P, that means compound profit minus principal. So compound interest. So compound profit is, the value is here, see that 14693.281, and then minus principal 10,000 taka. So 4,693.281 taka. This is compound interest. So we have to identify now, here see the difference between simple interest and compound interest. So simple interest amount is 4,000 taka and compound interest is 4,693.28 taka. So we can say that difference between simple interest and compound interest. Simple and compound interest equal to, so compound interest amount is this 4,693.281, and then minus simple interest amount 4,000 taka, so minus 4,000. So by using calculator or simple calculation we can get here, see that 693.281 taka. This is the difference between simple and compound interest. I hope everybody clear. So this is our required solution. Next question, C. The question is, how many years will need to twice the amount by simple interest? That means we have to identify to twice the principal amount by simple interest, how many years will we need. That means we have to identify the number of time or number of years. Okay, so at first write down the given information for C. So we can write given according to question or according to STEAM part. Here see that principal amount 10,000 taka. So you can write principal P equal 10,000 taka. 10,000 taka. But according to question, here see that twice the amount by simple interest. That means twice the principal by simple interest. So twice the principal with interest. So we can say that principal with interest. Principal with interest equal to twice the principal. So according to question, twice the principal 10,000 taka. That means we can say 20,000 taka principal with interest. Okay, here principal 10,000 taka, so principal with interest 20,000 taka. So we can identify only interest. Interest will be interest I will be interest with principal minus principal. So interest with principal 20,000 taka and then minus principal 10,000 taka. That means interest only 10,000 taka. Interest 10,000 taka. Okay, so I equal to 10,000 taka and interest rate 8%. So we get rate of interest. Rate of interest are 8%. That means 8 by 100. Okay, now we have to identify number of times. That means the value of n. We know the formula simple interest. We know simple interest I equal to PNR. Now we can say that n equal to I divided by PR. Okay, so now putting the value from the given part I, that means interest 10,000 taka. So I write down 10,000 taka and P principal 10,000 taka, 10,000 taka and R that means 8 by 100, 8 by 100. So by simple calculation 10,000 10,000 cancel, so 8 by 100 and reciprocal, so we can say that 100 by 8. That means 100 by 8, 12.5 years. That means 5 years. We can say 12.5 years. That means 12 half years. So we can say the value of times in which the amount will be twice, 12.5 years. That means 12 half years. This is our required solution. I hope everybody clear. Now MCQ part. Here see that the first question is what is to be added to this expression, that means 9x square plus 16y square, so that their sum will be a perfect square. That means what will be added in this expression that their sum will be perfect square. So here see that what will be the added 9x square plus 16y square. To be perfect square we can use a technique. Here see that 9x square we can say 3x whole square, and also 16y square we can write 4y whole square. So here see that if you imagine this is A and this is B, so to be a perfect square we know the formula 2, that means A square plus 2A into B that means 4y. Okay, so you can say 3x plus 4y whole square. So that is a perfect square. So what will be added here? Here see that this part will be added. This part is added here. So 3, 2 and 4, that means 24. So our required solution 24xy. Clear? Okay. Now next one. Now next question is, here see that which one of the following is the value of, which one of the following is the value of half of a plus b square and then minus a minus b square. 6ab or 2ab, 4ab or 9ab. So here see that half of a plus b whole square and then minus a minus b whole square. We know the formula of 4ab is this, a plus b square and minus a minus b square. This is the formula of 4ab. So we can say that half of 4ab, that means only 2ab. So our required solution 2AB. This is our required solution. Okay. Then third question. The question is, if a book is sold at taka 22, there is a profit of 10%. There is a profit of 10%. What was the cost price? So in this question, sold, that means selling price 22 taka and there is a profit 10%, and what was the cost price? So we know, if 10% profit, there was, if 10% profit, so we can say that selling price 110 taka and cost price 100 taka. So if selling price 1 taka, then cost price 100 divided by 110 taka. Also, if selling price 22 taka, according to question, if selling price 22 taka, then cost price will be 100 into 22 divided by 110 taka. So by calculation we can say that 0 and 0 cancel, 11, 20, that means 2. So 2 into 10, that means 20. So the cost price of the book is 20 taka. Okay, I hope everybody clear. Next question. The question is, if x kg of rice cost y taka, then how much rice can be bought for z taka? So according to question, we can say that in y taka we can bought x kg rice. Okay, so in y taka we can bought x kg rice, and also we can say in 1 taka we can bought x by y kg rice. Okay, so according to question, for z taka we can bought xz divided by y kg, right? So here see that our required solution is xz by y kg. So option B is right, xz by y kg. Now next question. The question is, if p plus q equal to root 5 and p minus q equal to root 3, then what is the value of p square plus q square? Okay, so given part p plus q equal to root 5 and p minus q equal to root 3, we have to identify the value p square plus q square. We know the formula 2 into p square plus q square, or 2a square plus b square equals to a plus b, that means p plus q whole square and then plus p minus q whole square. But according to question, the given value is p plus q equal to root 5. So root 5 square, that means 5, and then plus p minus q root 3. So root 3 square, that means 3. The 5 plus 3, 8. So we can say that p square plus q square, p square plus q square equal to 8 divided by 2, that means 4. So the value of p square plus q square equals to 4. So our required solution is option B. I hope everybody clear. Dear students, if you face any difficulty in this lecture, you may ask me question anytime. Stay home and stay safe. Allah Hafiz.